Once upon a time, there was a young man named Tenzin who lived in a small village at the foot of the Tibetan mountains. He was striving hard to find inner balance. One day, a Buddhist monk visited their village and gave Tenzin some special advice. The monk said to Tenzin, "Tenzin, the path to finding inner balance lies not in fighting with desires, but in understanding and managing them. What happens when you try to squeeze a balloon? It expands, doesn't it? The mind is like that too. Accept it and allow it to calm down." Tenzin seemed to understand this advice, but putting it into practice was not easy. One day, there was a festival in the village, and Tenzin was struggling to control his desire for young women. The monk reminded him again, "Desires are transient. Do not surrender to them. When you take control of your desires, you will find true peace." Tenzin started to observe and accept his desires. It was difficult at first, but with time his mind became calmer and more focused. Desires came and went, but he was no longer their captive. One day, when the monk returned, he noticed Tenzin's transformation. Tenzin had found inner balance. The monk smiled and said, "And Tenzin, being at peace with our desires is the key to true freedom. Now, you can guide others by imparting this wisdom to them." Tenzin began teaching people in his village and surrounding areas about ways to find inner balance. His teachings brought about profound changes in many lives. Understanding and accepting desires became a path for everyone to find inner peace. After finding inner balance, Tenzin left his village to help people in other regions. Along his journey, he met many different people and listened to their inner struggles. One day, Tenzin encountered a young woman named Maya who was struggling with desires in her mind. Since experiencing an emotional relationship, Maya had lost her inner peace and was constantly experiencing emotional fluctuations. Tenzin said to Maya, "Maya, the path to finding inner peace lies in establishing a healthy relationship with our desires. Instead of rejecting our desires, we should focus on understanding and managing them. This is the first step to finding inner balance." Listening to Tenzin's advice, Maya began practicing mental discipline. Over time, she started to understand and accept her emotional desires better. She realized that to resolve issues in her relationships, she needed to find her inner balance. After some time, a significant change occurred in Maya's life. With finding inner balance, her relationships became healthier, and she started feeling emotionally more stable. Tenzin's teachings brought about a real transformation for her. The important lesson we can learn from this story is that understanding, accepting, and establishing a healthy relationship with our desires can help us find inner peace and lead a balanced life. Instead of rejecting every desire that comes to our mind, focusing on understanding and managing them can bring inner balance. Inner balance is the key to building stronger foundations in both our individual lives and relationships. Now start your own inner journey. Discover ways to establish a healthy relationship with mental desires and find your inner peace. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment. Stay happy.